In this question here, we have Aladdin starting from rest and pushed vertically upwards by his magic carpet and given a distance of 12 meters and 3.2 seconds. And it's our job to find the average power in this case. Well, every time I hear power, I'm thinking the equations that are involved with this. This time, we're asked to find average power. So power is equal to force times distance divided by time. So I'm going to be thinking chapter 4 equations with force applied, and I might need some chapter 2 Fab 5 equations. So let's draw the forces on the subject. Of course, downwards is always force gravity. And then upwards, I guess in this case, is the force applied by the carpet. So I'm thinking to myself, the force net equation has to then be force applied minus force of gravity. There's no mention of friction force anywhere in this equation, and so I assume that we can ignore any effect due to friction. So it's our job then to find the force net. And I know he's going to be accelerating upwards because the question says we're starting from rest. So I'm going to need to find the acceleration of this object. So I'm going to remind myself of my Fab 5. Velocity 1, of course, is equal to 0 meters per second. Velocity 2 is not known, and we probably will not need to know that. Acceleration is a question mark, and I'm going to need to know that because I need that for my force net equation. Time is given to be 3.2 seconds, and distance provided of 12.4 meters. So then I will apply the equation that does not need velocity 2, and that is my d equals v1t plus 1/2 at squared equation. So my distance is 12.4 meters. Equals 0, because I started beginning velocity of 0, plus 1/2 my acceleration, which I don't know, and I will multiply that by 3.2 squared. I can then find my acceleration. I guess I'll write that here. Acceleration for this question is 2.42 meters per second squared. I'll just label that here. Okay, now for clarity's sake, I will fill in my force net equation down here, and I'll go back up here for my force distance over time equation to get power. So for force net, I always put in mass times acceleration. I've got 64 kilograms listed right here. So I'll then go 64 times 2.42 equals force applied minus my force gravity, which is 64 times 9.8. Okay, and then I'll get a force applied from that. And my force applied is equal to 782.1 newtons. Okay, and then I need to figure out what my power then would be. So power is going to equal my force multiplied by my distance divided by my time. So now I go 782.1 multiplied by my distance of 12.4 meters. And I'll divide that by my time, which is 3.2 seconds. The average power in this question then is 3,031 watts. And that's how you calculate average power with a given acceleration.